The Celestial Voyage, a cosmic adventure. In the distant future, on a planet named Aquilon, humans had colonized a world covered by vast oceans and great water currents. Here, water was not merely a resource, but a spiritual entity that flowed with life and consciousness. The inhabitants of Aquilon, known as the Aquans, lived in harmony with the water, understanding that it was both their life source and their spiritual guide. On this mystical planet lived a young girl named Mira. Mira had always been curious about the world around her, particularly fascinated by the way water moved and flowed. To her, water was not just a liquid, but a living essence, echoing the untold stories of the universe. She spent countless hours at the shore, her eyes closed, listening to the whispers of the tides. One day, as Mira sat on the beach lost in thought, an elderly woman named Cedar approached her. Cedar was a revered guide of flow, a title given to those who could sense and communicate with the spiritual currents of the planet. With her long white hair and wise eyes, she seemed to embody the ageless wisdom of the ocean itself. "Why do you sit here every day, little one?" Cedar asked with a gentle smile. Mira opened her eyes and looked up at Cedar. "When I watch the water, I feel like I'm part of something bigger. I want to understand why the water calls to me," Mira replied earnestly. Cedar nodded thoughtfully. "You seek to understand the unity of consciousness and water," she said. "They are intertwined, flowing together in a sacred dance. Water is life, and like life, it cannot be separated without losing its essence." Intrigued by Cedar's words, Mira followed her to the Temple of Currents, a place where the Aquans gathered to meditate and connect with the spirit of water. Inside, the temple was filled with the sound of trickling streams and gentle waves. Crystal-clear pools and cascading waterfalls created a symphony of serenity. Cedar led Mira to a small pool, untouched and shimmering under a beam of light. "This pool," Cedar explained, "is a reflection of self. The form it takes helps us understand who we are. Without form, without a vessel, water's power is lost, just as our bodies serve as vessels for our spirits." Mira gazed into the pool, seeing her reflection morph and merge with the water's surface. She realized that her own consciousness, like the water, moved through and filled her form, a reminder of the unity she craved to understand. "So my spirit is part of a much larger flow?" Mira asked. "Indeed," Cedar responded. "Just as water fills every void, your spirit is a part of the universal current of existence. When a droplet meets the ocean, it is not lost, but it becomes whole." Eager to explore further, Mira decided to set out on a journey across Aquilon. Cedar gave her a small, intricately carved cup. "This cup," Cedar explained, "is a gift. It represents the role of form in creating meaning. Carry water with you and it will guide you." As she traveled, Mira met with other Aquans, each adding to her understanding. In the floating city of Merlantis, she learned from Tyrus, a water sculptor who used currents to create mesmerizing works of art. "Without form, art is chaos," Tyrus explained while shaping a sculpture with precision. "The form allows us to express the beauty within." In the submerged caverns of Glass Cape, she encountered Luna, a bioluminescent diver who revealed the thriving ecosystem beneath the waves. "Water's journey sustains life," Luna said, as glowing creatures danced around them. "The cycle of water mirrors the eternal cycle of spirit and rebirth." Finally, Mira arrived at the Great Convergence, a place where all the planet's currents merged into a grand, swirling vortex. As she stood at its edge, Mira understood that the water around her and the consciousness within her were the same, ever flowing, ever connected. Here, under the watchful gaze of the stars, she released the water from her cup, watching it join the mighty vortex. At that moment, Mira felt a profound connection, transcending form and understanding. She realized that her spirit, too, was part of this grand design, an intricate pattern of existence unfolding across time and space. She knew now that separation was an illusion, that like water, consciousness was forever flowing and becoming. With newfound wisdom, Mira returned to her people, sharing her insights and experiences. Together, they celebrated the eternal cycle of life and consciousness, paying homage to the water that sustained and unified them. And so, on the planet of Aquilon, the Aquaens continue to live in harmony, cherishing the divine balance of nature and the immortal existence of the human spirit. As long as water flowed, so too would their understanding of the universe's eternal dance.